What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy to be back. Sorry for the lack of episode on Friday. We did have a show in Dallas Thursday night, which was freaking awesome. What a night. What a great way to start the tour.
Thank you, Dallas.
Thank you, Dallas. We love you. Honestly, such
great.
a great show. Such a great crowd. So nice meeting everybody there.
Good energy. Very good energy. So you can tell from like the initial pop when you go walk on stage what you're going to get. And it was a good pop.
It was a good pop, but I had to yell at them a little bit.
Yeah, but it was before
great.
you did, it was still good.
When we come out on that stage, get on your hands and feet, not your hands.
Not your
get
hands.
on your feet and freaking scream like you've never screamed before. Like Justin Bieber's on the stage, okay? Just to make us feel something. But it was
all the people to choose.
Well, people would be like, you know? Sorry to wake people up with that scream. But it was a great show. Really great start to the tour. I feel like everyone had a fun night. I feel like we had a great little trip.
We did.
Honestly, way better idea this time around. Not doing the whole 2.5 weeks all together the whole time.
We'll never do that again.
We will never do that again. But the little trips that we are now taking has really, brought us close together as a team. I felt like the vibes were high. I feel like the energy was great. Noah was having the time of his life. Really excited to see the footage from Dallas Thursday night of Noah. And it'll be great. It'll be great
Noah
the rest of the shows.
Was a little drunky pants.
He was. And honestly,
white girl wasted.
You keep doing that.
I will.
You keep doing you every show because you were cracking us up.
I mean, even towards the end of the show, we were still on stage. I'm like trying to ask him something. He's like, "What?"
Yeah, he's like, "Wait, what? I missed it."
Sometimes I don't realize.
Someone's talking to me. Sorry.
A whole group of girls just surrounding Noah. But yeah, it was a great time. I'm a sleepy gal. I realized everything has now caught up to me. So I got back from London. Then we were immediately in Texas. So my body was like, I don't know what time it is.
Yeah.
It now knows what time it is, and it's tired.
Yeah.
I'm a sleepy gal because my body has finally caught up to me.
It takes a lot out of you, but it is a lot of fun. Like, I know that's why, we do one show and I'm like exhausted. There are, obviously musicians go on tour, but like other podcasts, like I see Hannah and Paige, they do like multiple shows and they're doing like 3, 4, 5 shows in a weekend. I'm like,
I don't know how.
My God.
They're just living off that adrenaline.
So,
I guess if you're just riding that high, because I probably could do a show on Friday night from the adrenaline from Thursday night.
Yeah,
it's when you it's when you take the pause, and then it all comes slamming down
multiple
on you.
Shows in a night.
Yeah, it's the adrenaline rush. But yeah, I can't wait till DC this week. DC, remember to bring your signs. We had a lot of great signs in Dallas. A lot of Gabby Windy's coming to Tampa, so I would say let's try and steer away from that for DC.
Rhea's
because
like less signs about something Noah said.
No, there could be plenty of signs about something Noah said, but there were like 13 Gabby Windy is coming to Tampa signs, and we're giving out prizes.
Yeah.
And so it was hard to decide who gets prizes because they all said the same thing. So try to change it up. We're very excited for DC. How was the rest of yes, Cody Rigsby is coming. How was the rest of your guys' weekend?
Great. I was also very tired. Like Friday night, I just had to sit in silence by myself. To like charge back up. I was like, my battery's empty. I gotta just sit and charge. Plug me in. I cannot move. And then the rest of the weekend was lovely. It was a beautiful weather. Saturday was gorgeous in New York. Got outside, get some sun, walk around, good meal. Big Aperol spritz.
Lovely.
It's lovely.
Yeah, I had a nice weekend too. Pretty relaxing. Slept a lot. Ran some errands. That type of ordeal. This weekend coming up is going to be beautiful. I'm going to hit a ball game Friday night.
You're headed to a ball game?
I'm going to go to the Yankee game,
Yeah.
although I'm not a Yankee fan, and I want that very clear. My boyfriend is a huge Yankees fan, and my dad is a huge Mets fan, and they like that banter. They like that
I'm
little.
sure they do.
They love that little
I'm
rivalry.
sure your dad does.
Oh, they love that little back and forth.
Yeah.
My dad lives off of that.
Yeah.
But
your dad is a classic like Mets, Jets, Islanders who loves to hate the Yankees, Giants, Rangers.
He actually doesn't hate.
He doesn't like the.
He doesn't hate the Giants
about
that
the Giants.
much, and he doesn't hate the Rangers that. Well, he's the biggest probably was Islanders growing up for him.
Yeah,
and the Mets, but he fucking hates the Yankees. But they love that little rapport. Yeah. And so I'm just going for the love of a hot dog. You know what I mean? Some hot dogs, some chicken tenders.
The love of the atmosphere.
And some nice weather. I'm excited for a ball
It'll
game.
be very nice.
Noah, how was your weekend?
The food we had in Dallas was so good.
So good.
Yeah. Honestly, the place we went for breakfast.
That breakfast was good.
What?
Our dinner. Our
they ate the rest of my dinner. They ate the rest of my dinner, but my fucking dinner was so good. Holy shit. I'm dreaming about those enchiladas.
No, me and Sarah were talking honestly, and we're like, even like the scraps were really good.
Yeah,
that place.
The sour cream enchiladas. Well, we're going to a really good place Tuesday night in DC that you guys will love. I'm excited about that. But how was the rest of your weekend?
It was good. I did want to mention my little run-in in Dallas because we didn't say it on the podcast.
Oh, Noah was very excited about it. Yeah.
Honestly, like every single person I've run into since that moment, I've told every single person.
I feel like that started off your night to a great night.
Remember when you saw me in the meet and greet line, just kind of like walking through every single person, I would just be like, you know Tedeschi Trucks, man? Like,
you couldn't stop.
Most of them didn't know them, but So I did know that they were in Texas. I didn't know that they were in Dallas because I was like, oh, I would have like seen the show if I had time. I was listening to their music, getting ready for our show. Come down to the literally
putting
listening to their music.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially
doing his Get Ready With Me.
Yeah, and then I went down, saw Sarah in the lobby, and then I looked over at the front desk, and I'm like, what? Like there they are. Like what the hell? Like that's them. Like that's the band. Like the two, like the husband and wife, the two main people, and like I saw some other people I recognized, and I don't know what. I think I just was like riding the high of like it's showtime, like that type of thing, because I just went right up to him. Usually I feel like I was just like, hey, saw you at the Beacon.
Four times.
One of my best shows I've ever been to. Like, and then I just kept saying thank you. It didn't even make sense. I was like, thanks, thank you. And then Sarah was carrying her luggage because it was for Trent. And he kept saying like, safe travels, guys, safe travels.
Yeah,
but
safe travels.
Little did he know you were putting on a show of your own.
I know. Yep. I almost wanted to be like, just want to come to the Chicks Out. You want to open for us?
That would have been sick.
Tedeschi Trucks Band.
You mentioned Trent.
I said this is that's a big thing for Noah. That's
they're like a top 3 in terms of like how often I listen to them.
He went to 4 out of their 8 shows.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
seeing them and you guys should come. So, they're coming to Madison Square Garden in September.
I did see
maybe.
That. My parents like them.
Yeah.
You mentioned Trent. Trent was our special guest in Dallas. It never gets old. The crowd reaction to Trent coming out never gets old. Bras being thrown. I love Trent on the road with us. I wish he can come to every show.
I know.
I hate to break it to people. He's not coming to every show.
Backstage, he was like, I don't know, kind of like how I'll say stuff. Like he'll be like, like I feel like people are tired of me now. I'm like, no, like no one's ever seen you in this city. Like,
it never gets old.
Yeah.
I know.
And he fucking lifts that luggage up on stage. The crowd goes wild. Chills.
Yeah.
It's amazing every time.
Army crawled under that table.
He did army crawl. It was a lot of fun. I feel like the people listening now, we're giving them FOMO. It's like we're talking a lot about this show.
Well, that's why you got to come buy a ticket.
That's why you have to come to a show.
We are going to put vlogs out.
We are going to put vlogs out, so you'll see some of that. The first one's going to be mainly Noah, but it'll be mixed. It'll be mixed.
But also,
guys,
like, we can't put everything out.
When I tell you Noah was drunky pants, he may have gotten some numbers at the show.
Noah was on. Well, I've seen Noah like out plenty of times now before, but I feel like you were like, and Trent, and I just felt like you guys were a little taken back. I feel like I've seen Noah in this state before.
Like it wasn't taken aback. It was just. It wasn't even that level. It was just more like he was like a stand-up comedian. He was just really on a roll.
He was hitting some jokes that I don't even want to spoil. We just got to save it for the vlog. But excited for DC this week. And let's get into some topics for the podcast.
Let's do it.
We're going to be talking about Taylor Swift and Matty Healy, which is all anybody could talk about this past weekend. The King's coronation happened in London. Chris Brown and Usher maybe got into an altercation. We have a diet weekly watch report.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about some of the things we've watched. Who knows, though? It's been like 3 weeks, so
we just missed a lot of Fridays.
Just going to be throwing stuff in there.
Yeah, we don't know.
So we're calling it.
Feel like it's going to be the most recent stuff, but
the diet weekly watch report, and then we have a great game of trivia. So let's get into it, starting off with the topics. When it comes to caring for your hair, a little goes a long way. And yes, that is a play on Way, our favorite hair products. Whether you have fine, medium, or thick hair, Way is just your type. No matter what your hair needs, whether that's volume, shine, hydration, their shampoos and conditioners are made to give your strands exactly what they need, helping you with multiple hair concerns to get you on your way to good hair days every single day. We have been using Way for years now. I'm obsessed with all of Way's products. I use the Way leave-in conditioner every single time I wash my hair. They also have a great detox shampoo for those dry days. Also, their Way body scrub, their cream, I'm obsessed with to get that nice smooth skin, especially with summer coming up. You want that in your life. Nourish your hair every single day and keep it looking its best with shampoo and conditioner from Way. If you're not sure what your type is, you could take their hair quiz to find the Way that works for you. Get on your way to healthier hair one day at a time with shampoos and conditioners that are just your type. Go to THEOUAI.com and use code CHICKS for 15% off your entire purchase. That's THEOUAI.com, code CHICKS. Remember, it's not spelled Way regularly, it's OUAI. Way products are the absolute best. Been using Way for years. I will never stop using Way. I can't stop. I won't stop. I love Way. Make sure you use code CHICKS for 50% off. All right, Taylor Swift and Matty Healy are allegedly dating, and by allegedly, I now mean it's becoming more and more apparent that the confirmation is there. So this all started from an article from The Sun. And when you see an article from The Sun, you don't immediately believe it. You go, oh, it's The Sun. There's no way that's possible. Taylor Swift's going to be dating Matty Healy. This guy has quite the reputation of being kind of a wild boy. There's no way Taylor Swift's dating Matty Healy. And then Matty Healy is seen at Taylor Swift's concert Saturday night.
Saturday night, he's on stage.
Saturday night.
Not with her, but with Phoebe Bridgers.
He's on stage. And then there's Gigi Hadid holding his shoulders during Lover, like, oh, this is for you. And they both mouthed the same things at their show. Matty Healy and Taylor Swift both mouthed the same things at their show, saying, this one's about you. You know who you are. I love you. They both mouthed that at their shows. And so now Swifties are up in arms. They are in a frenzy right now. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle this situation. Now, at first, I was disgusted by this because I like the 1975, but everything I've seen of Matty Healy on stage, I'm like, why are you jerking off on stage? Like, I just don't understand this. And I love a sexual being, don't get me wrong, but I have never been turned on by Matty Healy.
No.
People are going to be very upset by that statement.
I think that's super fair.
But now that everyone's so upset and like cannot believe Taylor's doing this, I'm kind of like, you know what, Taylor? Go for it. Like, if this is what you want to do right now, if you want to get into this relationship with this wild boy just for fun, you don't got to be perfect all the time, Taylor. Why not?
I don't like it.
At first I was like, ugh. But now,
no. I'm still ugh. Ugh.
Maybe a little fornication.
All the TikTok comments have been cracking me up where it's like, no, I don't want him to be my dad.
Like, I saw a comment that was like, fuck this, I'm going to live with Aunt Selena. I was dying.
I don't know. He's just like such a wild card. You know, you never know what you're going to get. I've seen interviews of him where I'm like, oh, charming, nice. And then I've seen interviews where I'm like, oh God, why did he just say that? Like, and you know, he's got a murky past. He said some things. I feel like we're really towing the line here, Taylor. Really towing the line. And everything that we all thought, like her doing that little mimic thing where it looked like she was saying the same thing he said on stage was during Cardigan. It's like, we're going to ruin Cardigan. You're going to take Cardigan away from us. And now we're all going to have to think about Matty Healy when we think about Cardigan.
You could think about whoever you want to wear Cardigan. Taylor never said you guys have to think about one specific person.
But I liked the way I thought about it before.
Right. Now he's a rock star and this is just how rock stars act, you know what I mean? And I think that people are just shocked that Taylor could possibly be dating somebody like this. And like I said, at first I was like, oh God, what is she doing? But now I'm kind of like, she wants some wild sex in her life, and she's going to Matty Healy.
There's so many other people, though, that she could go to for that.
Just she could. Pete Davidson like the rest.
She could, yeah, seriously. She could date, apparently date anybody.
I'm just playing devil's advocate because I am not like too worked up over this, but maybe they have some chemistry that we just don't know about. And now everybody who like knows Matty Healy personally is like, no, Matty Healy is so different than the guy you see on stage. Like the Matty Healy we know is like so nice and everything. And I'm sure like the way that Gigi Hadid was grabbing his shoulders with a big smile, I was like, there's got to be something about this guy that we don't know, because everything we see of him is like repulsive. But they're all rooting for him. So maybe there's something we just don't know about this guy. Now, does that excuse him making out with random fans at his concert every show? And do you remember when Taylor Swift was at his show in January and he said he wasn't going to be making out with anybody in front of the Queen, which was Taylor Swift? Yeah. So maybe he just respects her in a different light than he respects anybody else. But also, does that doesn't mean you're a great person, like just because you treat somebody else very nice and then you treat everybody else a different way.
I know, and now I'm just like murky water on like what the timeline was of her and Joe's breakup. It just feels fast to the public, but maybe they've been broken up for way longer. I don't know.
Well, that's another thing that people just have to remember, that not everybody announces their breakup like as soon as it happens. Like people could be broken up for a while and they don't announce it.
They could have definitely not been in a good place. She made a comment on stage in Nashville about she like made a joke about proposing. She's like talking about women, like she was joking about women splaining something, but she was like, guys, like I can explain proposing, like it's not that hard, like something like that, where I was like, I do really think that she wanted Joe to propose and he didn't. But yeah, this feels like I'm putting on my like I hate my mom t-shirt and I'm going out and like having this like punk phase. I mean, not that Matty Healy is punk, like I mean he's saying the 1975 is not exactly punk, but
he's like a rocker.
He's just like alt rock, like I don't know. I don't know what edgy. It is about him. Like I see TikToks of him and something about like the way the crowd reacts to him makes me dislike him, which is not like a personal dig. It's hard because I don't know. It's just like the fan reaction. I just don't get it, maybe is why. So I'm like, when I see people just fucking literally ready to get naked and jump on stage with him, I'm like, you guys are seeing something that I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
So clearly
Taylor Swift sees it.
He has that crazy fan base, and people love him, and people get on stage and they make out with him and they love it. They love it. I'm just absolutely floored that this is the direction that Taylor Swift went in. And
maybe it won't last for, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's just a little fling.
But now I'm just like afraid.
It definitely won't last. You think they're getting married?
Well, I'm afraid at the steps that we're taking here. Like I'm afraid at the progression. Like it was like, oh, allegedly dating, we didn't see them, but then it was like, bam, at her concert all weekend long. Like so much content, really. Even though you didn't really see them together, there was that one grainy paparazzi photo of them in the back of a car together. But now I'm like, she just may run off and elope. Like her mindset might be like, my ex would not propose, and if Matty Healy is like, darling, like let's go to Vegas and get married, she's gonna be like, sure.
Like, you know what though? I let her do it.
It could happen. They might just fucking elope.
But let her do it. Because at the end of the day,
I mean, obviously she can do whatever she wants.
She doesn't have to be with him after that. Like I kind of like Taylor Swift not being like, oh my God, I'm gonna have this perfect vision of myself out there where all my fans need to like everything I do. You know what I mean? Like if Taylor Swift wants to go be with Matty Healy,
yeah,
and listen, at first I was repulsed. I was repulsed by this because I am like you and I do not see what this man has because he grosses me out. But I feel like her kind of going against the grain here and being like, you know what? I don't care if my fans are mad at me. I'm just going to do what I want. I kind of love that for Taylor.
I just would have liked
be your own woman, Taylor. Do what you want to do. Live your life.
Do whatever she wants to do. She's done that for a long time. There's plenty of people that she dated that her fans did not like. So it's not like this is the first time that that's happened.
I feel like this reaction's a lot worse than.
Oh yes, but because I think it's just like so polar opposite of what we've been used to for the last 6 years. It's like just a complete 180.
Well, she's never dated someone like this, like him.
That's what I'm saying. It's a
no,
complete
I'm saying, but like
180.
not even like the last 6 years, just like ever. Like 6 years.
Well,
was
I mean, it's not like she's dated other people in the music industry.
No, I know, but like as disheveled,
as polarizing as
yeah,
he
certainly.
I mean, John Mayer.
Yeah,
but he's not like.
I mean, he's more buttoned up.
Yeah, definitely than this guy.
Yeah, it's crazy, but she had some great shows in Nashville. She announced Speak Now. Taylor's version is out in July, which is very exciting. You know what's like? It's funny though because she announced that I love Speak Now album is up there as one of my favorites. 2010, like just middle of high school, sang every song at the top of my lungs, like thinking they were like about my own life. And when she announced that, I was like, oh God, now all I want to do is just listen to Speak Now. But then I was like, I don't want to listen to the old version, you know? It's not hers anymore. I gotta wait for Taylor's version. But
do you really not listen to it?
I try not to listen to when I do listen to the old ones, I listen to Taylor's version.
It's just like
dedication.
One listen's not gonna,
No, but I mean, I've been listening to, I'll be honest, I've been listening to like nonstop Taylor Swift for like the last month. I've just been, since she went on tour, there's just been Spotify playlists of people who update every weekend for like her surprise songs. And so it's like the whole set list, including all the surprise songs. And I've just been listening to that like all the time. And it's just constantly playing in my headphones.
How do you feel about people being mad that she might sing Welcome to New York at MetLife?
She's going to. And I am one of the people that's going to be upset because It's going to be Friday night. I am hoping to be there Friday night and like she's going to sing Welcome to New York on Friday night. There's no way she doesn't. I'll be shocked if she doesn't.
It's also just not New York.
Yeah, it's not technically, but it's the only New York area show. Like, that's the only option. Mm-hmm. She's not going to sing Welcome to New York in Philadelphia. So.
That's true. All right, moving on. The Kings.
I've already talked to Kelly Keegs about it. I've texted Kelly and I'm like, I know we're going to get Welcome to New York on night one. And I'm just not.
Did she really play till 2 a.m. last night? I saw people posting that, like in the rain. People were like, she played until 2 a.m. in the rain. I guess it was delayed.
Oh, I don't know.
But that's why I didn't think you could do that.
I didn't think you could do that either. I thought that there would be like a sound thing. I thought I saw that she...
Didn't it get delayed though? Maybe
that's what I'm saying.
Why.
But I didn't know that you could.
But then did she go back out?
Like just do that. Like I thought there was probably a curfew or something.
I feel like she just makes her own rules.
Also, when it's like 70,000 people, you can't be like, all right, go home, everyone. Like,
yeah. I follow these Twitter accounts that normally...
It was really raining though.
Yeah.
So you're not going to go to both, or not going to try to go to both shows in New York?
There's 3 shows.
Oh, there's 3?
It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Holy shit!
Every weekend it's been Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, I'm not really that caught up on Taylor. If I was a diehard Taylor fan, I would go to all 3.
You have $10,000 or like what do you see the prices of these tickets to go to every single one? I would love to be. You think I don't want to be at every single one? I would love to be at every single one.
No,
I thought we were gonna go.
It's absolutely insane.
I know.
Okay, no, I actually didn't see this because I wasn't looking at too much, but yeah. Fans sheltered in place for nearly 4 hours due to severe weather. She took the stage after 10 p.m. and performed past 1 a.m. That's crazy. Good for her. Yeah. She went out. That's
a lot of kids going to be tired at school.
Morgan Wallen would never.
No, he wouldn't. If you're trying to stock up for a party, an event, maybe just your day-to-day lives, and you don't feel like going to the grocery store, which is basically me all the time, because if you live in a city and you don't want to bring your car, or you just don't feel like getting in the car and driving somewhere, whatever it is, we could just be lazy sometimes, and that's where Instacart comes into play. I use Instacart weekly, multiple times a week. I am obsessed with using Instacart because there's so many things you can get on Instacart. Not only can you get groceries, but there's also other brands on there, other stores that you may need. Instacart has you covered. There's no more heavy lifting or long shopping trips. Honestly, in the middle of this ad, I got a message from my Instacart person that I'm getting something delivered right now, and they are so on top of it. They're like, oh, they don't have this, but do you want this? Instacart is the absolute guest. Give yourself more time to prep with Instacart. Get what you need now, instantly. You can pay now or later with Klarna. You can get as fast as you can in 1 hour, or you can pick a delivery time and day. It's super simple, and you can order from 1,000 stores nationwide. Shop and pay in a way that works for you. Start your cart on the Instacart app or instacart.com today. New customers get $20 off your first 2 orders, or $80 or more when you pay with Klarna using code Klarna20. Terms apply. See instacart.com or download the app for more details and to start shopping. Check out with Klarna to pay now or later. California resident loans made or arranged pursuant to a California financing loan license. Once again, go to instacart.com. New customers get $20 off, and you can pay with Klarna using code Klarna20. Moving on, the King's coronation was this weekend.
Yeah, I'll say I tuned in to a little bit Saturday morning. It just doesn't hit for me, you know. He is not my guy. He's not my king. Not my hashtag. Not my king. He's just
I don't know anybody out there who's like, yes.
Yeah,
he's our king.
I tuned in,
our majesty,
because I do, you know, it's a big deal. It hasn't happened in obviously a very long time, because Queen Elizabeth was queen for 7 years, and so it's been quite some time. So I like to see who's there, what people are wearing. Like, loved seeing Kate and the kids and everything that they were wearing. Prince Harry was there, all smiles, by himself. Interesting seating arrangement. You know, they really put him off to the side, past some rough, tough relatives that they were like, I will sit him back there.
He was like a fringe wedding guest. You like have to invite, but you don't really want them there, and you kind of seat them in the back.
I know, but the way he looked, and I don't, you know, I'm no body language expert, but in my mind, he seemed like he was totally fine with it. You know, it was like, I'm here, I'm smiling, people can see me, I look handsome, and I'm out of here. At the end of this, I can go home. I don't have to deal with any of this shit. And that's it.
I saw some TikToks where people were like, Camilla really side-hoed her way into being queen.
It really is insane.
Like, she really just like climbed her rankings.
I know. Queen consort.
Sorry, not the queen.
Yeah, everybody's calling her the queen, you know. It's just like, she's not the queen, she's queen consort. But
how dare you sit where she sat?
Yeah. And but it's just like, God, the two of them just look so Miz all the time. Like, they're so old. They're so old. I don't think he's got many good years.
His fingers are quite distracting, and I know everyone's talking about that all weekend.
I know.
But oh my God,
that actually did feel bad, because I'm like, you've waited your entire life to be king, and all the headlines are about your fucking sausage fingers. I'm like,
how do you get a ring on?
I'm almost just like concerned for him. Like, what health complications does he have?
Yeah, it can't be good.
No. Those hands didn't scream good.
No.
I was laughing. TMZ was posting like King Charles hot shots, and I'm like, what are we doing? King Charles hot shots?
What do you mean?
Of like old pictures?
Yeah,
of him?
like of him like running on the beach.
Oh,
like you know how they do that for people sometimes? I was like, I never want to see these again.
Did you see the people thinking that Meghan Markle snuck in a disguise?
Yeah, that was making me laugh.
Look up the picture, because
there
it's
was
hilarious.
Just like, yeah,
it's like she would have like a mustache and everything.
I did laugh at that. I thought that was funny.
Anyways, there wasn't too much to say about that.
Yeah, he's the king now.
And it's funny because Tommy and Nick, who work here, went to it, and we asked him how it was, and he was like, it was the worst place to do man on the street. Like, it was just so boring.
Like Tommy said that they were expecting like rowdy people, and like it just wasn't that.
Yeah,
I was like,
no,
I don't know why you would like, you got to go out to one of the popular areas at night, like at the king's coronation, people aren't going to be like drunk.
No. No, there was like cute little British bars around the city though. I saw, Saturday morning they were having parties and dancing, and that was nice. Like, it's just like celebrating the idea of a coronation, which I understand, like just like a coronation in itself is a big deal. Not exactly like rah rah King Charles.
Oh my God, we love you.
Imagine being King Charles. He's probably like, wow, like I'm finally king.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's waited.
And I just can't wait to be king.
He has waited so long,
and now it's happened.
How old is he? 70?
Oh, he's
my gosh,
he's
has
gotta
to be older than
that.
70.
I'm gonna guess 76.
No, he's
73?
not, as he looks older than he is. 74.
Oh wow, he does look way older than he is.
Yeah,
I definitely thought he was older.
But those guys live till they're like 150. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, his family obviously they can kick it for a while. His parents were alive for a long time. But even in that case, like say he does make it to like 94, his mom got 70 years as the queen. He gets 20.
Wait, so
if he makes it that long?
Just to confirm, Prince William, when he dies,
yes, Prince William is up
the next one. I
Yes.
feel like that'll be a big deal. That'll be big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people care a lot more about Prince William becoming king
imagine Harry
/
having to come back.
Kate Middleton.
Right. The thing about him becoming king and like not for that long of a time, it's like I could be king for one day and be happy. Like I don't know if he'll really care that much if he's only going to get 20 years. Like that's still a long time to be king.
Yeah, just the
he
way
can't help fate.
Just the way he is though, he does care. Like the way I know him.
But do people still
cares.
know him the way that they think they know him?
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
I think he has always been very passionate about like what he cares about and things like that. So I feel like he has projects and things that he like wants to get done as the king, and you need time to get these things done. So I definitely think he cares.
Moving on to Chris Brown and Usher this past weekend apparently got into some sort of altercation.
Some kind of scuffle?
Chris Brown can't be stopped when it comes to scuffles. And now, before we get on to the rest of the topic, I just have to note that these two are two of the greatest dancers of our generation. And I said that we couldn't talk about this topic without noting that first. That's it.
Who's better? Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Now, the Chris Brown conversation is always confusing, right?
Yeah.
Because people are like, fuck Chris Brown, Rihanna. But Rihanna forgave him and is friends with him. And like, so you don't know where to stand because you're like, I don't like what Chris Brown did, but if Rihanna can forgive him, do others forgive him? But then he's always in another situation.
And
you're always like, I don't know about this guy.
Yeah,
he just doesn't feel safe to me.
Even without that, I just like I have not liked the vibes from him in recent years.
Right, in recent years, hasn't been great.
I don't know.
Early on, kiss Chris Brown.
Yeah. But it seemed like they're all in Vegas for a music festival. They were celebrating Chris Brown's birthday. They were out. He was trying to talk to Tiana Taylor, and apparently Tiana Taylor wanted nothing to do with him, which
makes
kind
sense.
of honestly just taking the vibes from that. Understandable. And also, isn't she married?
Tiana Taylor
Mon
is.
Shumpert.
Yeah. So what's he doing? Mm-hmm. Respect her space. So I guess he was talking to her. She didn't want to talk to him. She was kind of like blowing him off. Usher tried to this is all alleged because we all don't really know what happened. This is, TMZ reported this, that Usher tried to kind of be like, hey, like pull him away sort of situation. Usher and Chris Brown are friendly. Usher has been like a mentor, some would say.
He's like, hey, we're not making love in this club, okay?
Yeah, no. Oh, boy. Oh, God. And anyway.
That one was so bad.
And then I guess they were like outside. They went behind some buses. Usher was like going to talk to Chris Brown. Chris Brown's squad was back there. No one saw what happened, but it was noted that Usher came back with a bloody nose. So it was like, what happens what they do to Usher behind the
Maybe
buses.
he just has allergies.
Maybe it wasn't Chris Brown who did it. Maybe it was one of Chris Brown's cohorts.
I think
the word.
Yes, one of his minions. It felt like that was kind of the story. It was like, oh, Chris Brown's guys might have roughed him up.
Listen, I feel like I don't want to be involved with Chris Brown's crew or group.
No.
Thankfully, I don't have to be. But I can imagine Usher wasn't expecting that when he went back there.
No, I don't like this story either because it's just like, oh, it seemed like Usher was just trying to help out his friends.
Yeah.
So he gets smacked in the face for it.
That's the game they play. That's the rules they live by. Talk shit, get hit. That's Chris Brown's life.
Yeah.
Which I don't approve of.
No, we definitely do not. So, yeah, it's just super unfortunate. No, neither party has made a comment about this, but, a witness said that Usher went behind the buses. The birthday boy and his crew were back there, and that the witness said a short time later, they allegedly saw Usher emerge with what appeared to be a bloody nose. I'd be so pissed if I was Usher. Just trying to help out.
I guess I'd be pissed if I was Usher, but we don't know what happened. You know what I mean?
I'm just going off the alleged story.
Yeah, Chris Brown doesn't really get the benefit of the doubt.
I'm just going off the alleged story. No, he doesn't. He lost that. Yeah. He lost that benefit.
Yeah, for sure. And also, like, if you're Usher, you're pissed, but at the end of the day, you're like, you know what? Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And you're always going to come out looking better than Chris Brown.
Think would,
Tiana Taylor's got to be like, really?
You know how they do the verses? Who do you think would win, Usher or Chris Brown in terms of music?
Usher.
Chris Brown's a lot of
Chris
bangers.
Brown has so many good songs. I mean,
I prefer Usher.
Are you only saying that though because of your hatred for Chris Brown?
I actually truly prefer Usher.
Yeah, 3 times.
Chris Brown, yes, like Chris Brown's like top 3 songs are incredible, but it's like those, for me, it's like those 3, and then everything after that, I'm just kind of like, eh.
Run It, Kiss Kiss, Give Me That. Then you have Forever.
Oh,
it's a
Forever.
great one. Yeah, 3 Times was a great one. Look at Me Now. But then you have Usher's, which Usher has some great ones too.
I prefer Usher.
He's got
Usher probably has some more. Obviously, is DJ's got us falling in love. That's a newer one.
Yeah, still good.
My Boo, Love in This Club, Confessions.
Yeah,
Climax.
Yeah,
Climax is my favorite Usher song.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I know that.
Yeah, you do.
Climax.
Yeah,
you absolutely do.
That was a tough one, but yeah, I would probably say Usher.
I think I roll with Usher.
But you know who doesn't roll with Usher? Chris Brown's crew.
Nope. Chris Brown's crew.
Chris Brown's crew does not roll with Usher. All right, that wraps up the topics. Let's get into our Diet Weekly Watch Report.
Sometimes the days can get crazy and you forget to make time for fun. So when that happens, you've got to choose to chill. So go ahead, say yes to midweek happy hours and catching the game after work. And while you're at it, enjoy an ice cold Coors Light, the beer that's made to chill. There's only one beer out there that's literally made to chill, and that's Coors Light. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold. That way, you always know when it's time to chill. So when you're making time to chill, you crack open that Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment. We're getting into some warm weather in New York, which is great. So if it's a Saturday afternoon, maybe I'm walking to a bar, enjoying the sunshine, having a nice cold Coors Light with some friends, or maybe I'm home opening the fridge. You see those mountains are blue on your bottle or the can, and it's ready to just enjoy and relax. So when you choose to chill, pair your plans with an ice cold Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Josie or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks, and always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. What'd you watch over the last 3 weeks?
Listen, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what I watched over the last 3 weeks. I really couldn't.
Yeah.
I watched every After movie. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. Did you see the trailer for the last one came out?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
The last week, a couple days ago, the trailer for the last one came out. He's in Lisbon.
These are some of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know.
They are some of the worst fucking movies I have ever seen.
But you can't stop watching.
But I couldn't look away. I watched all of them
I know.
in one night.
I know.
After I watched the first one. after.
Yeah.
And then I watched the rest of them, and I said, "Holy shit, this series is god awful."
You can't. You
but
cannot take your eyes off of it.
Continue to watch it.
What was that?
Yeah, you
Can't
picked
take your
up
eyes
on my-
off
I
of
did
it.
it off of it.
You picked up on my
I did.
accent there. Fucking terrible. Like, I honestly, like, I loved them, but I hated them. I was getting aggravated, so mad watching. Like, all right, we get it. They get into a fight, then they make up. Then they get into a fight, then they make up. It is the most
whole story.
toxic relationship I have ever seen.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't support them being together because of how bad their relationship is.
I know,
you
but
can't go through that up and down so much and then be together. You just can't.
I know, but there's still a little part of you that's like,
But you're
I
still
hope
like,
they,
oh,
I fucking
man,
hope they,
I really
they work
hope
it out.
Harden really fixes his fucking attitude
they work it
problem.
out.
You don't have to have an attitude over
Yeah.
fucking everything, man. You
know.
don't. Oh my gosh, reel it in.
Yeah.
You don't have to get mad at everything. And then she's a pushover.
Should we go to the theater to see the last one?
Yes.
Comes out
Is it coming out in
comes
theater?
in theaters?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think in, like,
Absolutely, I'm there.
September.
I'll be there. But it's just like he has an attitude problem. She's a pushover.
Yeah.
She lets him back. Oh no, take me
know.
back. It's a whole thing over and over and over again. It's the same movie.
And you know,
for 2 hours, each movie is it just repeats. Though I think it was a problem that I watched them all back to back.
Yeah,
because
definitely,
It was the same
definitely,
thing over and over again. I was losing my mind.
definitely, that's an unfortunate sequence because if you don't space it out, it's all very similar.
It was too similar, and
Yeah.
I was getting quite frustrated.
And yet, I will tell you, the last trailer for the last movie had me thinking like, maybe this is really not it. Like, you know, because in your mind it's like, oh, they're gonna end up together, but then you're like, I don't know.
Maybe they shouldn't. Maybe they shouldn't be together. But then
I
you
know.
want them to. You're like, they love each other so much.
know.
But he's got to fix his issues.
Yeah.
He's got to fix whatever's going on in there. And she's got to stop being such a pushover. Quite the jump from the first to the second movie. I was like, wait a second. She's a grown-up now.
Yeah.
Like, she was just a freshman in college, and now she's wearing a full suit to work.
I know. And then they just like join the workforce.
I was like, what? And Dylan Sprouse, what a dweeb. What a useless role he had. What a loser. So, yeah, I watched the after movies. And then I don't know. I watched Succession. I watched Vanderpump Rules. These are all things I watched.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed all of them. But I couldn't tell you what else I watched. Like, I think I wrote some things down.
Do you want to talk about Succession?
This last episode of Succession was episode 7.
I watched the first episode of Obsession on Netflix. And it's this show where the son's fiance and the dad start hooking up, and I shut it off.
The son's fiance.
There's a couple and they have kids, and the son's fiance and the dad start hooking up, and I shut it off. It made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I was like, this is fucked up. And listen, I'm sounding like such a noob. Like, of course I love a fucked up show, but it really depends sometimes. Like, sometimes you're in it. Sometimes you're like, this is a good show and it's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you're like, this is just a bad show.
Like
and
a teacher.
a teacher. Like a teacher,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
couldn't look away, but I was like, this show is just awful.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted the show to be really good.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, Scandal. I'll watch. And then I was like, not really into it.
This last episode of Succession, if you haven't watched yet, don't listen to commentary, I guess, but it's the one from last night, Sunday, May 7th.
Yeah.
And episode 7.
10 p.m.
This one was a little slow for me.
I liked this one a
I
lot.
actually liked this past one better than the last two. Episodes 5 and 6, I was like, this one, I was like, all right.
No, I
A
like
little spice back in my life.
I like this one a lot
liked
more.
5 and 6 more. I thought, I didn't really. There were some. I just felt like 5 and 6 were still setting up slow. I was kind of hoping 7 hit a little bit
Tom
harder.
and Shiv fight outside. That was good.
No,
That
it
was a good ending.
it was, but
I do feel like the next 3 are going to
Yeah.
be crazy because
I was
there's
like,
only 3 left.
I just kind of thought, when this was like election party that they were having, I was kind of hoping that this episode would take us like through the election, like move a little bit faster.
yeah, but next election
The whole-
episode's going to be crazy.
Yeah, but then we've only got 2 more up. Like I'm thinking in the fact that we only have so much time left.
But the finale is 90 minutes.
Yeah, but
that's a full movie. You can get a lot done in a movie.
3 episodes away at that point.
But think about how many minutes. 60 minutes for the next 2 weeks and then 90 minutes to end. That's
we got
so much
hours.
time. That's 3.5 hours.
Yeah. They could fit a lot of stuff.
They can.
They can fit a lot of stuff, but I thought you could fit even more.
Do you like what's Alexander Skarsgård? What's his name?
Matson. Yeah.
I do.
Like his character?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
I do like Alexander Skarsgård is such a great actor.
He is.
Every time he's in something, you're like, man, I hate this guy, but I can't look away
Do you know
from
who
him.
he reminds me of weirdly? Someone at Barstool? Caleb. I don't know why, but I just get that
Just
vibe
because he's
from him.
blonde?
No, just like the relaxed
You're like, oh, whatever happens.
Yeah,
you also never know what's really going on in his brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I like his character.
Yeah. Crazy. Vanderpump just keeps getting crazier and crazier.
Vanderpump, I can't grasp what we are seeing on Vanderpump. Wednesday's episode where, Ariana is just going to bat so hard for Raquel, being like, she's loyal, she's my best friend, and Tom's my boyfriend. Like, I trust them both. And she keeps calling Raquel her best friend.
I know.
She keeps calling her best friend. And then Kristen Doty was on Watch What Happens Live after, and she said Tom was cheating with other people. So it wasn't just Raquel. There's more that comes out. Sheena said that on her podcast as well. Mm-hmm. It's just sickening. It's just sickening to watch. And then Tom gifting Raquel of vintage Versace
glasses, 1990,
and like being so fucking hyped up, and Ariana's just like, calm down, man. Like,
literally, Ariana, if you watch Ariana's face when every time Tom like interacts with Raquel, like, I don't know how she clearly was annoyed. Like, we talked about this at our show because there's this video we were cracking up, but when Raquel gets the invite to Christina Kelly's party, Sandoval gets up and does like a Michael Jackson crotch thrust into a kick that you're just like, I'm surprised he didn't do a spin with a fake fedora on his head.
Unbelievable.
Like, I'm surprised he didn't like do like the full. It was, and Ariana's sitting next to him and she like looks at him like, fucking calm down.
She puts her
dude.
hand up and says, calm down. But I don't know how. And I'm not blaming Ariana for anything, but if I'm in that position, I'm saying to Tom, what the fuck is your deal with Raquel? After one weird instance, I'm saying it. So I don't know how many of these weird instances, I guess that was the kind of relationship they had. I don't know. But I hate Tom Sandoval so much.
So much. And then there's these videos of his.
He gives me the heebie-jeebies.
His shows this weekend. He's still on tour. He's performing. He's like putting Raquel's name in songs.
Well, he said, Schwartzy, can't you see Raquel is not the one for me?
Yeah.
Like, and he's also now 1 month sober. I don't know what's going on with him.
Should I go to his show on Thursday?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I'll stay
what's
back.
crazy is that Sandoval and the Most Extras are performing the night after us at the Howard Theater in D.C.
Oh, my God. It is crazy.
We should leave him a note.
There was another one where he was like, the night where my phone fell out of my pocket. Like, you're like, what is wrong with this dude?
He has something wrong with him.
No, he totally does. And you know who else? Like, I'm sorry. Identify yourself if you are going to these shows. I appreciate, like, I feel like people go because they're like, oh, I'll film it and like I'll get views from it because people want to see him at the shows. But there shouldn't be no more than 10 people there.
And you shouldn't be dancing, having a good time. How are you watching this man playing the bongos like that and enjoying yourself?
I know.
It's disgusting.
I want to know who these people are. Please identify yourself and take a hard look in the mirror.
You should be arrested.
Giving this guy money.
You really, like,
going to his
somebody
shows.
should question you as you're walking out the door and say, why? What was the point of that?
Maybe we should stay.
Disappointed in you, Long Island.
Maybe we should stay for like a man on the street where we just stand outside the venue and have a microphone, and every person that comes out, we say, why'd you just go to that?
And why are you going to Sandoval's show?
Why'd you just go to that?
Because
how was it? Why'd you just go?
You like this band's like lightning bolt light up jacket. No. Like, pow! He's playing the bongos like he's the best bongo player in the world.
Singer.
No, he's not. He's like he thinks
is he playing original
the man.
songs too?
No, it's like a fucking.
No, it's cover band.
He has some original songs.
Because I thought I saw a TikTok where he's like, "This is a song I wrote."
No, he does. That's the one that he said about the night my phone fell out of my pocket. And yeah. No, but it is mostly all covers.
He disgusts me. And I can't look away. That's the worst part of this, right? Is that like,
which is why I feel like that's why people are going to the shows.
Watching.
Because like we're still watching, but I feel like that's why people are going to the shows. But going to the shows is different.
The scandal probably helped his ticket sales. I would assume.
I mean, you would think the opposite, but.
Well, apparently, I
did see some videos of some empty seats.
I did, but that felt weird. It was like one row. But I saw people going to Schwartz and Sandy's being like, it's packed. So like, I don't get people.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
You can't read people.
No.
Scandals help people in some way.
They do.
But they also hurt them immensely.
Yeah.
And I just can't look away from this man grabbing the mic like,
I know.
like he thinks he's like the man. He has no problem with what he's done. I would cancel the tour. I'd cancel the tour and be like, I need to reflect on my life and figure shit out because clearly I'm doing something wrong. But he's like, fuck yeah, let me play the bongos.
I feel bad for the extras.
He pays the extras.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
I know.
He pays his band members, which... Is it that nuts? Now that I'm thinking about it, does Taylor Swift play her band member? Who pays her band?
I think it's just like a budget for the whole tour.
Right.
Yeah.
So Tom Sandoval he's taking out loans to do restaurants and stuff, but he's paying his band members.
I have no idea.
He probably had to pay them extra to keep doing this.
He doesn't seem the most fiscally responsible.
No. Anyways, that's what I watched. I really don't know what else I watched.
I don't even think you graded anything.
I didn't put a grade on anything.
No, there's just no grades. We're just discussing. It's been so long. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself is a lifelong process. This is because we are always changing and always growing. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and self-understanding to help you discover your best self. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery and meet you where you are. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. So find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/office today to get 10% off your first month. I have two things. I mean, I watched everything that we have discussed, obviously. But I have two things that really got me in the last week, and that was two things that made me cry. Season 2 of Firefly Lane, finished it all. The second part of season 2 came out. Finished that. I don't know what I was thinking. I watched it Wednesday night in the hotel in Dallas, the finale before Thursday. Oh, I have not cried at a movie or TV show like that in a very long time. Where like the episode ended and an hour went by and like there were still some tears falling down my face because I would rethink about the episode and start crying again. I know it affects people in different ways because, I mean, it's not really a spoiler alert, but obviously you're dealing with cancer and it's just, God, it's fucking heart-wrenching. Like, the two of them, Katherine Heigl did a great job. The show's really good. Same with Cher Chalky, like, great show. I really enjoyed both episodes. I mean, both seasons, because that's really all you can do. It's both based on a Kristen Hanna books, and that's like that wraps up the story. But oh my God, I loved it. I thought it was so good. I love any show that's like multi like flashbacks and you have to like wait and see what happens and all things like that. So I thought I really loved it, and God, it just absolutely crushed me. And then I watched, literally on Sunday, I watched all of it because it's not that long, 6 episodes, even though the last episode is long. Queen Charlotte on Netflix, which is a Bridgerton story. Shonda Rhimes. Shonda came to play with this one. She did not mess around with this one. I felt like, there's kind of been some questions of like Shonda Rhimes signed that massive Netflix deal. Like when are we getting the good stuff? When are we getting the good stuff? This was it. I know people loved the first season of Bridgerton. People really liked the second season, but the first season, of course, is the one that really hit. I liked the second season a lot, but Queen Charlotte, to me, I liked so much more than the second season of Bridgerton.
What about the first season of Bridgerton?
Oh, the first season of Bridgerton's still number one. That is still so good. It made me honestly want to go back and rewatch the first season of Bridgerton. But Queen Charlotte is also like a prequel story. It is still current with Queen Charlotte, the one that we see in the Bridgerton show, and Lady Danbury and Lady, the Bridgerton mother. And they're like kind of the three big stars. And then it flashes back to young Queen Charlotte, young Lady Danbury, all of their young versions, and her meeting King George. And it's like another one that's beautiful and heart-wrenching at the same time too, because the king at the time, they think he's just like crazy. So he's going through these insane, basically like torture chambers of back in that time where they thought like this could fix it. And so it's just like, it's hard to watch, but their relationship is so beautiful. And then the last episode had me in tears again. It was just still like the flashing back from then and now, and the way she is with him, and them going through like the difficult parts of their relationship. It was really very good and very well written, very well done. One of my faves. And of course, like, the music is always so good. They had a string version of Halo and If I Ain't Got You. Very good. This was like I might have to rewatch this now, because when you watch a show that's only 6 episodes, it's over and you're like, it's over. I should have saved some of it, but I couldn't. It's just, you just flew through it. Now I'm like, I almost want to just watch it again.
You're flying by because you think there's 10.
I know.
And it sneaks up on you.
I know. Well, I got to the point where Netflix, you know how Netflix does that now, where you're just flying through the show, and then when it's going to the next one, it'll say 2 more to go. And I was like, 2 more to go.
And
you're like, well, I
that's
have to finish now.
I always do the math in my head. I'm like, all right, 2 times like 30 minutes. Like, what time will it be at night? Like, can I watch the rest of this?
I know. I was like so sad to pause it to watch the Sixers on Sunday. I was like, I have to go take a break, but so good. Highly, highly recommend. That's really all I have to say about what I watched. I didn't really watch too many other things, I will say.
So what am I reading? Because I do have a list of everything I've watched in the past like 4 weeks.
Do not go through everything, please.
Okay. So what should I do? Highlight?
Do the things you liked.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like when you're like, hey, I watched this, hated it. Like, it's
like listen, I enjoy your list, but 3 weeks worth, I don't know if I can.
Yeah, I don't know if
I'll make it through that.
But I won't. I'll just do the ones that I like.
Do the ones, maybe you could sprinkle in something you really hated.
I did finish Jury Duty, which seems like forever ago.
I actually did too.
And I liked
Weeks
I did too.
Weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Literally 3 weeks
What
ago.
a sweet man that Ronald's.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how I would have reacted if I was in this place.
Yeah.
I would be very confused about my
Although
life.
I did like that there was money for him at the end. I feel like we kind of, that got brushed over a little bit, but I was like, that was certainly soften the blow.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a solid watch. I heard that they were trying to do it again. Like, I don't know how that would work.
I feel like you have to do, but you
have to find someone who just
duty.
never saw it. But it's like, how do you know?
Yeah, you'd have to do something else. I don't know. They were pretty creative with the way I didn't realize, like, going more into detail of how, like, it was a listing for, do you want to be in a documentary? And they had all these people apply. Like, I feel like there's a way to do it. Maybe not exactly jury duty, but maybe something else. I don't know. Some other civic duty people have to perform.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Succession. So I started watching the Jennifer Garner show on Apple TV. The last thing he told me.
That's on my list.
I did too.
Oh, what did you think?
I only watched the first episode, so I
watched. I think there's 5 out. I've watched the first 4. Solid watch, entertaining. I guess we're not grading it, but I'm not the biggest Jennifer. I kind of pretend to hate Jennifer Garner because my mom loves her so much, just to piss her off.
That's weird.
I enjoy it. Yeah.
You just want to spite your own mother like that?
Yeah. What's his name? Jamie Lannister. He's always good.
Yeah.
Yes. I was excited to see him.
Yeah. And then I
love him in other stuff. Like, when he's not. Like, obviously he's great in Game of Thrones, but I like seeing him.
He's in that movie, The Shot Caller.
Yep. Every time I see him, I go, never watch that movie Noah always says to watch.
The other one.
I remember because we said them because we got Brie watch it and she loved it.
Right.
So you should watch it. Love and Death. Honestly, probably my favorite show going right now on HBO with Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, okay. I saw the preview
good.
For that.
Really good. And it's a true story.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I would have said probably Jennifer Garner. Like, that was my new favorite show. But then I watched Love and Death. I'm like, oh, this is
I might watch that.
good.
I kept seeing the preview on HBO.
Really good. Really good. Barry. I feel like no one I know watches Barry. But that's just, like, such a good show.
I do watch Barry. I just haven't
do?
started I've watched every. I haven't started the new season, but I've watched all previous seasons.
Yeah, this
of Barry.
past episode was kind of weird. But
I mean, Barry's a weird show.
it's very weird, but it's so good. And then I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't have to list some of the weird things that I watch. I did try to start White House Plumbers, but I need to restart it with Woody Harrelson.
What's that about?
I don't know what that is.
It's about the like Watergate
and
everything on
yes.
HBO.
Yes,
but I have to restart that.
I was gonna say just the plumbers in the White House.
Yeah.
Interesting. I would be interested in that.
I also like kind of stopped watching Dave. I like forget it's even on.
I know. I'm so out on Dave.
Yeah.
I really
can't see
only
myself
watched the
jumping
first
back
episode
in.
and I haven't continued. I will. There's some that I know I won't go back to. Like I've passed the point now of going back to
Beef.
Like I'm not going back to it. I know I'm not going back to it. Same with Swarm. Like I know I'm not. I thought I maybe would. I'm not. I'm not going back to either of those. Dave still in the running. I feel like I'll go back to finish this season.
I'm not going back to Dave. I've decided I'm done with it. I'm making a stand that I'm done with Dave.
You guys will really like Love and Death. I don't know why it comes out like during the week. I feel like that would have been like a Sunday night, but I guess Succession like they don't really.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Succession and Barry are both on Sunday nights.
I think I'm going to start Love and Death. I kept
It's
seeing
really
it.
good.
All right.
I highly recommend Queen Charlotte.
You know how I mean. I guess
think you
maybe
would like
now
it.
with my
liked
London
the first
love.
season of Bridgerton.
I did like the first season of Bridgerton. I just didn't love it the way that everyone else did.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's an easy watch.
All right.
Check it out.
I'll check out both.
Yeah.
We'll see. We have some time this week to watch some things.
Yeah.
Trains.
All
right. That wraps up the Diet Weekly Watch Report.
Yeah.
Now that we're back on tour, it's time to talk about how much we love Pink Whitney. We start off every single show with a Pink Whitney shot. That's what gets the crowd going. That's what gets us going. And it can get you going at home too, whether you're going for a night out, you're staying in and drinking. Pink Whitney's there for you. You can pick up a bottle at your local liquor store or you can order Pink Whitney at the bar. Take your shot with Pink Whitney now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another game of Beat Rhea and Fran. This is game number 75, and we are joined by the lovely Rachel and Emily. Rachel is getting married this weekend, so this was Emily's wedding gift to her. I'm sure there were other wedding gifts involved, but this was the big one. So welcome to the show.
Thanks, guys. We're excited.
We're excited too. This is our first game of trivia in the new studio, so we'll see. You're sitting a little farther away from me now.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Our brains are maybe not as connected.
Exactly. That's what I'm a little afraid of. Okay. We are playing 15 rounds of trivia, 15 questions. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. If you get a question wrong, the other team can steal the points. And to determine who goes first, Noah's going to give us a movie. We are going to individually guess the Rotten Tomatoes critic score. Whoever is the closest their team will get to go first, and everyone gets one individual guess, and we'll alternate guesses. So, Noah, what is today's movie?
Before that, I want to get out in front of it. I think I was looking in the wrong camera when I introduced the game. And
no, you looked in that camera.
But I think I'm supposed to look in that one. Sarah's nodding her head. Yes.
Oh, well, you know.
That's okay. Getting used to it in here.
You win some, you lose some.
Just want to get out ahead of that. If you were watching on YouTube, I was looking in the wrong camera. All right, Noah, what's the movie?
Today's movie, shout out Darcy from Tampa, Pennsylvania, 500 Days of Summer.
Ooh.
Great movie.
Okay, so one of you ladies, first guess.
I'm gonna go 73.
42.
I'm gonna go 38.
Interesting. Why do I feel like I thought it would have been high?
I like the movie.
I feel like it's one of those artsy rom-coms that the critics would like because it like doesn't have a happy ending.
You just spoiled it.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, it depends on how you look at it.
That's exactly why critics would like it. I'm going to go 78.
You're the closest. It's 85.
Nice.
I had a feeling it
Good
was going to
start.
be high.
Good start.
Always, I feel like I remember looking at lists of like high rom-coms scores, and that's always on there, and I'm like, makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Question number 1 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Jordan from Evanston, Illinois. In The Devil Wears Prada, what college did Anne Hathaway's character go to? A, NYU, B, Syracuse, C, Northwestern, D, Boston University.
Now, NYU would be the obvious answer, which I feel like means it's not that. Like, I don't think she went to school in New York before she came. I want to say Northwestern.
15 seconds.
I've only seen this movie once or twice, so I'm not exactly sure.
Northwestern, final answer.
Correct.
Nice.
Northwestern or Syracuse would be the best
Journalism.
journalism schools, you know. Okay. 1-0 Rhea and Fran. Question number 2 to Emily and Rachel.
Noah went to Syracuse, by the way, if
Yeah.
anybody didn't know that who's listening. Hence the comment.
Shout out Ashley and Alexis from Orange County, California. Which actor did not play one of Jess's love interests in New Girl? A, Adam Brody, B, Justin Long, C, Dylan O'Brien, D, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I'm pretty sure it's Dylan O'Brien, right? Did you watch all of New Girl?
Yeah, it's definitely.
I knew Justin Long.
Yeah.
I don't know Adam Brody. It's blanking. If you think you
15
know,
seconds.
you can do that.
Yeah, I think it was that.
Dylan O'Brien. Okay.
I don't remember him being in that show at all.
Final answer?
Yep.
Incorrect.
I think it's Adam Brody. Justin Long, definitely. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I feel is more likely than Adam Brody.
You think so? I feel like
Yeah, I feel like I remember him on the show, and I don't remember Adam Brody.
10 seconds.
all right, if that's what you think.
Okay, Adam Brody, final answer.
Incorrect.
Oh, it is Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
It's Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Darn.
All right.
500 this summer repeat.
I know. Why do I feel like I remember him on the show? Maybe he had a different role.
Okay, question number 3 to Rhea and Fran. Still 1-0. Shout out Clarissa from St. Louis, Missouri.
Why'd you say it with such tude?
Wait, Tude?
Yeah,
Hey.
you went Clarissa.
Because I was like, is that her name or is it supposed to be something else? Okay, because it's
Clarissa.
not even, it's like has the red underline under it. Like, is that
Oh.
a name?
Clarissa is definitely a name.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, Clarissa.
Certainly a name, yes.
Okay.
Clarissa.
What was the movie called that James Marsden was auditioning for in Jury Duty?
Pike. Something with pine in it.
Pine Barrel?
What, like some kind of like behind the pines, but like not, obviously because there's that movie with Ryan Gosling.
Pine Barrel?
Pine Barrel?
Pine Barrels?
That's
5
definitely not it.
seconds.
okay.
Pine
Time was up.
Barrel.
Incorrect. To Emily and Rachel.
Just
Did you watch it?
I haven't finished Jury Duty yet, also.
I didn't watch it. I don't know.
Let's just make something up.
Pinehurst.
Pinehurst. Smelling the pine. Smelling.
In the trees.
5 seconds.
We'll just go with that.
Smelling the pine.
Yeah, sure.
Incorrect. You had pine. Lone pine.
Lone Pine?
Lone pine.
Oh, Low and Pine.
No. Lone pine.
Lone
Lone
Pine.
Pine?
Like lone, like loner. Lone pine.
Oh, Lone.
Yeah.
Lone Pine.
Is it Pam or Pan?
Pam. I
Okay.
knew it was something with pine.
Pine Barrel. Kind of hit.
Question number 5 to Emily and Rachel. shout out Molly. Just Molly. What was the name of Clay's agency in One Tree Hill?
Oh,
Wait, also, is this not question 4? Sorry.
Like,
Yes, it's question 4,
Okay,
sorry.
thank you.
he was a talent manager, wasn't
is
he?
something his agency for Nathan? Oh gosh. Is it 2 words?
5 seconds.
I don't know. It's like some word like
Throw something out there.
God. Endurance? I don't know.
Time is up.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Endurance.
Incorrect.
Sorry, repeat it.
What was the name of Clay's agency in One Tree Hill?
Oh.
Clay was my favorite guy on One Tree Hill. I know that
It was
doesn't
like
help.
it was like a one word, like,
I'm useless today.
why is like Excelsior coming into my head?
10 seconds.
Sure. Excelsior. That's definitely not
That's
it.
not it. Final answer.
Incorrect. It's fortitude.
Fortitude. Ah, see, I knew it.
Close to endurance.
I
That's
knew
close
it
to
was
endurance.
like,
You guys were. Everyone was on the right track there.
fortitude. It was
Dang
one of
it.
those.
Fortitude.
It was like one of
Yeah.
those empowering words, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, question number 5 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Francesca from San Francisco.
Oh, Franny from San Fran.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Did you know that people don't like when you call it San Fran? I didn't know
Yes,
that. I
the
saw
people of
that.
San Fran do not like.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay. Question number 5. Name that year. Harlem Shake Dance goes viral. Jennifer Lawrence falls on her way to the stage at the Oscars. Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke is released.
I think this is 2012.
2012.
I'm gonna say 2012.
Trying to think if this was my senior year of high school. Blurred Lines.
I think 2012.
2012? Okay.
15 seconds.
We're going to go 2012.
Incorrect.
Uh,
Emily and Rachel.
Okay, I remember we did Harlem Shake with my friends when I was in like 8th grade. That's around like 2014, 2015.
No, because I graduated high school
Oh
2015.
shit, no. Oh my god, sorry. Okay.
15 seconds.
2011? 20...
Was Harlem Shake middle school?
I was in cheerleading.
5 seconds.
Yeah, let's go 2011.
Okay, 2011.
Incorrect.
so 2013.
It's 2013.
2013.
Dang.
All right. Still 1-0, Rhea and Fran. Question number 6. Shout out Melaine from San Diego. What color are the bouncing balls during the Lizzie McGuire theme song?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
How many? Is there multiple colors?
1 color.
I think red. No,
At all.
it's either red or blue. Gosh.
You know, they would be pink or something.
No.
No.
Actually, I think
5 seconds.
I think blue. I think blue. I'm gonna go with
Time
blue.
is up. Incorrect.
Red? My gut instinct said red.
Yeah, let's go with red.
Okay, red. Final answer.
Correct.
Oh man.
That's tough because they changed. Like when you guys started naming different colors, the balls started changing colors in my head. Like I was like, were they blue?
Okay, 2-0, Rhea and Fran. And this question is to them. Shout out Nori from Scranton. The name of the soccer team Ted Lasso coaches is AFC Richmond. What is the team's mascot?
It's a dog,
15 seconds.
horse, some sort of four-legged animal. I want to say dog.
3
I'm hoping
seconds.
that's specific enough.
Bearcat.
Time is up.
Dog. Final answer.
Incorrect. Emily and Rachel.
You know, Rachel?
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I have, and I'm trying to remember.
I'm thinking soccer team. I think like lion or
No, it's not Lion.
wolf. Do they have a logo? You've watched it.
10 seconds.
Their logo is.
Just go with your best guess.
5.
Okay.
Time is up.
Wolf.
Incorrect. Greyhounds.
Wow.
Technically a dog.
Well,
I just wasn't specific enough,
Yeah.
but technically a dog.
it's not like there's the dog.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
No, I know.
Okay.
I was in the right species.
Okay. Still 2-0 Rhea and Fran, and this is to Emily and Rachel. Question number 8. Shout out Fatima from Northern Virginia. In The Parent Trap, what does Liz throw at Nick the day she is packing and leaves before seeing him again 11 years later?
Her hairbrush. I'm gonna lock that in.
Incorrect.
Blow dryer.
Blow dryer.
Correct.
Dang it.
Yes,
Close.
because she threw this at my head. Better than
I'm interested why they wrote Liz, because she's either called Elizabeth or Lizzie. Never really Liz. He calls her Lizzie.
Yeah.
And her name is Elizabeth James.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 9. Shout out Victoria from St. Louis, Missouri. In the show Friends, what is Rachel's father's go-to drink?
That's a hard question. This is not our question, right?
What?
Oh, this is our
This is
question.
our question.
Oh shoot. Rachel's father,
He's in like one episode.
which is Bruce Willis, right?
No.
Oh no.
Bruce Willis is,
Or do they date?
yeah.
She dates Bruce Willis.
He's
Who plays her dad?
I literally just watched the episode where he had a heart attack the other day.
I can't even picture him.
3 seconds.
I'm just going to say...
Fucking Scotch? I don't know.
yeah, Scotch. Scotch.
Correct. I'm going to give that to you. It's Scotch and neat.
That, yeah,
But it's a
Scotch
Scotch.
neat is
Yeah.
just Scotch.
Yeah.
What a...
Scotch
you know what?
straight up.
I'm not going to judge the question, but out of all the Friends questions...
We can actually... Does anybody know who plays Rachel's father? Why can't I picture him?
I don't know, but I watched a clip online where he wasn't even in the scene, but someone was like, "Oh, that's
When she dates Bruce Willis, does Bruce Willis have a kid?
I think Bruce Willis is the father of the college girl that Ross is dating. No?
Yes. When he's the professor dating the student, and that's her dad. Yes, thank you. Yes.
I think. I'm not 100%.
No, I think
sure
you're
on that.
definitely right on that.
Rachel's dad is Ron Liebman.
Well, don't know who that is.
There are so many actors in Friends that you probably just thought one of them was.
Yeah, I thought it was like a big name.
Yeah.
okay." 4-0 Rhea and Fran. This question is to Emily and Rachel. I'm gonna play a movie clip, and you tell me what movie it's from.
So how do you all know each other?
Well, really,
it's a long story.
Oh, let me tell it. It's really a funny story. See, Keith was my fiance, and Wendy was his high school girlfriend. And on the night of our rehearsal dinner, I found them making out.
I do not recognize
That
that.
voice, but the female voice, but I can't pin it.
15 seconds.
Sounds like it's a movie from like the 90s or early 2000s or something.
Is it?
I don't think it's one I've ever seen before.
5.
The one that plays the nanny?
All right, time is up.
I don't have an answer.
Rhea and
That's
Fran.
J-Lo,
Wedding
right?
Planner.
Yeah, the wedding planner.
The wedding planner, final answer.
Correct. All right, 5-0 Rhea and Fran. This question's to them. Shout out Maura from Chicago. On Gilmore Girls, what reason does Rory give when Jess asks her why she came to New York to see him?
You know, I wish I was better at Gilmore Girls trivia for the amount of times I've watched Gilmore Girls. Maybe start to finish 5-6 times.
Really?
And
I've never even seen
I
it
can't
once.
remember a single thing. I mean, I haven't done it in a long time, but
10 seconds.
she was... I don't even have a guess.
3.
Don't even have a guess. Want to make something up?
I don't
Time
know.
is up.
I've never seen Gilmore Girls.
Okay, now Emily and Rachel.
I'm pretty sure she says she's just in the area.
Yeah.
Oh, just in the area. Something like that. I don't think there was an actual link. Not sure. It wasn't for like a book or anything.
Was she visiting her friend? What's her name?
She went and saw him one time at the book fair
10
when
seconds.
he was reading his book, but that wasn't when she went and visited New York. That's when she
5.
took the bus.
Let's just say just in the area.
Incorrect. She said, because you didn't say goodbye.
Oh, yep.
She's on the bus.
That is exactly what she says. Yeah.
All right. Still 5-0. A little sick over here. I'm struggling today. Okay. Question number 12 to Emily and Rachel. Shout out Louise from Madison, Wisconsin. In Cheaper by the Dozen, how many of the 12 Baker kids are boys and how many are girls?
Okay. One Lizzie McGuire girl. Allison, that's her actor name. That's 2.
The older sister.
Older sister 3. Let's just name
I
all
think
the
that's
girls.
it.
I'm after 12.
I think that's it. What other females were
10
there?
seconds.
Yeah, the girl that plays
The
that
2
girl.
twins are boy. Yeah, I think it's just 3.
Girls
5
and
seconds.
then 9 boys.
Yeah.
3 girls, 9 boys. Final answer.
I
Incorrect.
think it's 5. It's 5 girls and 7 boys. Because it's Nora, Hillary Duff, the 2 twins, and then the tomboy. And then there's 7 boys. I'm pretty sure.
15
It's
seconds.
twin girls.
There's twin
Oh,
girls.
yes.
And then the tomboy.
Yes.
So 5 girls, 7 boys.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yes.
Correct. Oh, wow.
The twin girls.
They're redheads?
Yes.
Yeah. I was just picturing one of them in my head. I forgot
One's
there was
a redhead.
I forgot there was 2 of them. Oh, one's a redhead.
Yeah.
All right. 6-0, Rhea and Fran. This is question number 13 to them. Shout out Victoria from Winnipeg, Canada. Name 2 musicians Taylor Swift opened up for prior to her Fearless tour to promote her first album.
That she opened up for?
That she opened up for.
I would just pick like country music people. Like fucking Kenny Chesney.
What about like Carrie Underwood?
Yeah, maybe.
15 seconds.
Rascal Flatts.
Rascal Flatts.
Let's go Rascal Flatts and Blake Shelton. Final answer.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Emily and Rachel.
I don't know. You're the one that likes him.
Yeah, I think I remember the Jonas Brothers concert we went to in like 2008. She opened. And then I would say Tim McGraw, but I think she did Jason Aldean too.
You open for Tim McGraw or just
10
write a song?
seconds.
I'm pretty sure she did Tim McGraw. I'm gonna go,
Tim McGraw and then
yeah, Tim McGraw and Jonas Brothers.
Incorrect. I have Rascal Flatts,
Damn it.
George Strait,
Damn.
Brad Paisley, Tim
Damn.
McGraw, Faith Hill, Keith Urban.
Dang.
No, I was going through
one of those names.
One of those names, you know, just what should have just thrown out.
Could have been
Could
anything.
have thrown out any one of them with Rascal Flatts.
Okay, question number 14 to Emily and Rachel. Shout out Layla from St. Louis. In Superbad, Jonah Hill's character had an obsession with what as a child? This is Emily and Rachel.
You would draw penises everywhere all the time. I'm gonna lock that in.
Correct.
Yep.
Drawing dicks, I have. That's
Yes.
the correct answer.
They were so detailed.
Okay, 6-1. Final question to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Renee from Amarillo, Texas. Is that how you say it?
Your guess is as good as mine on that.
Okay. What does the restaurant SIR's acronym stand for?
SIR's an acronym? Serving upscale swanky upscale restaurant. Sexy upscale restaurant.
5 seconds.
Swanky, sexy. Lisa would name something sexy.
Would she?
Maybe.
All right.
Sexy
upscale restaurant.
Incorrect. Family and Rachel.
I just thought it was because Sir is French. Like, I didn't know it was an acronym.
I had
but,
absolutely no idea it was an acronym.
Service. Oh.
10 seconds.
Service under.
Time is up.
I don't know.
The correct answer is Sexy Unique Restaurant.
Oh, damn it. Sexy Unique.
Dang it.
All right.
So close.
Damn.
Final score is 6-1. Rhea and Fran. They get the W.
Ladies, thank you so much
Yes,
for playing.
thank you.
I hope that you have an amazing wedding this weekend.
Congratulations again.
Beautiful weather, nothing goes wrong. All of those things.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And you'll go down in history as the first guest in this studio.
Oh, yes.
No.
First studio guest.
First time in the new studio.
Yes. Thank you guys so much.
And hopefully we see you in Charlotte soon.
Yep.
Yes,
Please.
yes.
Thanks, guys.
If you guys get a chance, can you just send Noah your address and sizes and we'll send you some merch?
Yep. Thanks,
Well,
guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Nice meeting you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. DC, we can't wait to see you this week. Make sure you bring your signs. Dallas, we had an amazing time with you guys. We love you. Everybody else who listens to the show, we love you as well. I'm sorry if we aren't coming to your town, but maybe we'll be there one day. Eventually we'll be there. We love you guys, and we will talk to you on Wednesday.